Hey everybody, welcome back to the channel. Big shout out to all my new subscribers. I appreciate you. I know I've picked up a few over the last couple of weeks, so welcome. Anyway, I've made a lot of trips driving back and forth along the southern perimeter of the NTTR, and there's a particular location that sits right off the highway that I pass by every time, so I figured I'd make a little video on it and see what we can see here, and that is Creech Air Force Base. Sitting just off Highway 95 along the southern boundary of the Nevada Test and Training Range, Creech Air Force Base is a significant command and control facility for unmanned aircraft operations across the globe. Primarily operated by the 432nd Wing, but also hosting other units such as the 556th Test and Evaluation Squadron, which flies experimental UAVs, Creech is home to drone operators who fly missions for both the military and CIA across the Middle East and other parts of the globe. Operating not only the MQ-9 Reaper, the backbone of the US drone arsenal, but also more secretive platforms, drones from Creech can be found flying missions around the NTTR, including up around Groom Lake and the nearby Range 61. The very small town of Indian Springs sits just to the south of the base, on the other side of the Highway 95. Originally, back in World War II, Creech Air Force Base was known as the Indian Springs Army Airfield, home to the B-17 Flying Fortress, and had a number of auxiliary airfields around what is now the NTTR, including one up at Area 51, of which the faint outline is still visible on satellite imagery to this day. I have to do my viewing from the south side of the freeway because the north side is all controlled. We're going to wind our way through the small town of Indian Springs here. If we follow this road west, eventually it's going to turn to dirt. And just past this fence line, we'll be on BLM managed public land. We need to get up a little bit higher so we can see over the fence at Creech. Luckily there's some hills directly to the west side of Indian Springs here. So it's a brand new year, and I spend a lot of time doing pretty physically strenuous activities out in remote areas, so I really wanted to make it a priority to focus on my health. The problem is, it had been a really long time since I'd booked a doctor's appointment between, being so busy traveling and how much I hate phone calls. If you're like me and struggle with this too, the folks over at ZocDoc, the sponsor of today's video, have just the solution for you. ZocDoc is a totally free website that lets you find and book doctors right on the website without having to worry about phone calls. You can choose from over 150,000 providers across all 50 states, so you can be sure and find an in-network doctor that's going to give you exactly the right care that you need. Sometimes it can be a struggle to find a doctor that's a good fit for you, so the good thing about ZocDoc is they have thousands of real patient reviews on their website, so you can get a really good idea of who you're going to be seeing before you actually book that appointment. Personally, I wanted to get seen by a chiropractor, so I was able to book one on ZocDoc, and the whole process was incredibly smooth. The doctor was great. The best part is I didn't have to make a single phone call or worry about getting put on hold or anything like that. I could book it all right online. Super convenient. The nice thing is too is you don't have to worry about scheduling appointments really far out in advance. ZocDoc appointments typically happen within 24 to 72 hours, and same-day appointments are sometimes available too, which is super handy for people like me who are always on the go and don't want to have to plan, weeks or months in advance. So if you're like me and have been struggling to book doctor's appointments, go to ZocDoc.com/uncanny today to find a doctor who will listen, understand, and support you. So I'm going to grab my telephoto lens and my tripod and everything, and I'm going to head up this little hill right here. As I said earlier, I'm basically directly across the highway from Creech Air Force Base. If I want to see down into it, I just need to get a little bit of elevation, and this hill right behind me should provide me just that. Luckily, it's a pretty clear day today, so good day for spotting. Can see the base there in the distance. Looking through the telephoto lens, immediately we can see here some activity from the 432nd Reaper fleet. This one's taxiing towards one of the hangars here, it looks like. Various crews are performing maintenance and diagnostic work. Got a good shot of the Creech control tower here. And it looks like a new hangar is being constructed towards the north end of the base. Curious what sort of aircraft that's going to house. Hey look, it's a short bus, just like mine. I haven't seen one of the shorter Bluebird buses at the NTTR before. That's funny. Looks almost exactly like my schoolie. Looks like it's heading up along the western edge of the fence line. This Reaper's getting refueled. Looks like a fuel truck just pulled up. After moving around to some different points to watch some of the Reaper activity, I came back to find a nice surprise waiting for me. This hangar that had previously been closed was now open. All right, so they finally have that big hangar on the end open, and it looks like the RQ-170 Sentinel is wheeled out there just in front of it. It's the first time I've seen one of those in person, so that's pretty cool. The Lockheed Martin RQ-170 Sentinel, a highly advanced aerial reconnaissance UAV, was first introduced in 2007, but many details surrounding this aircraft and its technical capabilities remain tightly under wraps to this day. The only units known to operate it are the 44th Reconnaissance Squadron here at Creech and the 30th Reconnaissance Squadron that flies them out of Tonopah. The tailless, stealthy aircraft, developed by the legendary Skunk Works, was first spotted in a couple of grainy photos near Kandahar airfield in Afghanistan, leading to it being dubbed the Beast of Kandahar, which is still my favorite nickname for any aircraft. Until recently, very few details about any clandestine operations that this aircraft may have participated in were known to the public. Well, it looks like a second RQ-170 just landed while I was watching the first one. I wish I could have caught this one in the air, but it's taxiing over to the hangar right now. Let's take a look. The sleek, bat-like flying wing shape of the Sentinel makes its way towards the hangars. It looks pretty small there next to the Reapers behind it. It's highly unusual that details of an RQ-170 mission would be made public, but recently we got a rare glimpse into the world of this secretive aircraft with the Venezuela raid to capture Maduro, and this confirmation came from Lockheed Martin. Shortly after the raid, a video surfaced showing what appeared to be an RQ-170, possibly two of them, landing in Puerto Rico, but official Air Force statements regarding this mission made no mention of them specifically. Recently, confirmation that they did in fact participate came in an investor meeting from Lockheed's CEO, who stated unequivocally that RQ-170s did participate in Operation Absolute Resolve to capture Maduro in Venezuela. Who knows, could it be these very two aircraft here? We're seeing some personnel attending to it here, and it looks to be getting hooked up to tow it the rest of the way to the hangar. After it was backed into the hangar, I quickly moved to another hill a little farther away to get a slightly better view directly inside. Here we have a very interesting shot showing at least 3 units inside the hangar, with crews working on the one that just landed. All right, well, that was pretty cool to see a pair of RQ-170s out and about. I was hoping to see one in the air, but it was still cool to see them out of the hangar. I think that'll about wrap up today's reconnaissance. I'll go ahead and sign off on the video here. I appreciate you guys watching. Catch you on the next one.